All right, I want to take a fast look at the gold standard, locking the head and arm, because as we counter some of these counters, you're going to see that I end there quite a bit. It's something that I feel very strongly about. So if I have an omoplata on Kyle, I've already done the work to sit up, and I'm able to get that head and arm grip, okay? As I mentioned, his counters are getting almost nil at this point. When you lock the head arm grip, if he doesn't move, then you pull yourself up and you have a really nice arm break. But sometimes they'll shoulder roll. If they shoulder roll, you need to follow, okay? Now, this isn't going to be for everybody. Obviously, if I'm with my training partner, I have to be somewhat concerned for his shoulder safety, so I would do it very controlled. Competition, that's different. But so I'm gonna let him roll over his shoulder, and as he rolls, I am simply going to roll with him, okay? And then we're gonna have a finish in a different position. When we finish in this position, we'll move so you can see the desired result. When we finish in this position, can you roll, buddy? So you're gonna see that when we roll into this position, his arm is still stuck. I still have an exceptionally good grip. Here's what we need, okay? I'm gonna relock my figure 4 if I'm flat on my back. I cannot allow, it's not the end of the world. If I wanna finish my training opponent, I can't allow myself to be put on my left hip. So we're always gonna look to make sure that we do a little hip escape to get flat. I'm gonna show you guys why in a minute. Then we hold the C-clamp. I hold the head and arm, okay? We lock our figure 4, and I bring my left foot to the mat as I bring my hands to my chest. This must happen, okay? I don't want to just bring my hips up, because sometimes the hand will slide to this side of my hip. I don't want that. I want to make sure that I bring the hands and load the tension of the hand first, and the angle of the arm first. So we bring the hands into the chest as we look to touch the foot on the mat, and if we need bridge, which you very rarely need to bridge. So in this case, we just rolled with him, and this is now our supreme finishing position because he countered my positioning on top. And then once again, we keep the C-clamp. I bring the C-clamp into my chest. We put the foot near the floor and we begin bridging, and it is an extremely painful finish. So let's look at that roll once again, and then we'll look at what happens if you are taken to your hip. So we've got our omoplata, and I did my job to sit up and lock it. He rolls, I forward roll with him, and now I have my finishing position. We're ready to go. C-clamp pulls in, figure 4 engaged, looking to touch the foot on the mat and bridge. Now, here's what will happen. This will happen quite a bit. Kyle feels that as he bridges up over the top of me, the arm, it's not finishing him anymore. Remember, I need to be flat on my back to finish him, okay? So if I cannot move my body out, then we will move him to back on the ground. Now, there's all sorts of things that we can do when we move him through. We'll just look at one. You guys will see that you're going to end up in a pretty good position. As I feel that I can no longer get flat, we're going to use the grip to begin elongating, and we're going to switch to an opposite side C-clamp. So it was this hand. We're going to switch to an opposite grip. As I bring Kyle's body over to the floor, I'm going to extend my right leg and lose go ahead and take your arm out, buddy. You will lose the omoplata. But look where you're going to end up. Boom. With a head and arm scenario, okay? If Kyle races to turn back into me, we know that we can go elbow deep and I can lock on kata gatame. If he races away from me, well, then we can hip ride him and be looking to take our back control. Okay? All of our back attacks can come flying out of nowhere. If I feel like he's stagnant, I can slide my knee up, step over the body, and start to look for my triangle attacks. So we're not in a good position. We end in a fantastic position. So the gold standard, in my opinion, is to grab this head and arm, or to get there from every omoplata possible. Because your finishing power, especially when you're sitting on your back, is going to go through the roof. Your recovery power of a failed omoplata will be systematic because he doesn't have many options left. The main option is to bridge and get his back flat on the mat to help reduce the severity of the arm break. When he does that, you're going to be left with a head arm, and it's a very good head arm position. Easy to take the back, easy to step through the triangles, easy for katakatami. You have a lot of life there. So make that the new gold standard. We'll be seeing it over and over as we look to counter a few of his counters out of my omoplata.